Sriaurobindo is the future. That is the topic of discussion for this glorious morning. Welcome all of you. Already we have read something on Sriaurobindo. Mother has given bright messages on Sriaurobindo. What Sriaurobindo represents is not a teaching. What Sriaurobindo represents in the world's history, not only in India or in Pondicherry history. It is in the entire world's history, is not a teaching, nor even a revelation. Not a teaching, nor even a revelation. Then what? It is a decisive action direct from the Supreme. Direct from the Supreme. What? A decisive action. Not only the ordinary action, it is a decisive action direct from the Supreme. That's what Sriaurobindo represents in the world's history. So, already I have told you again and again, if you really want to know Sriaurobindo, it is very much ideal and essential to go through his teachings. Mother quoted, only way to know Sriaurobindo is to read and read and read. Outwardly, superficially, externally, we have heard something. We are interested and we are getting interest also in writing his biography. It is vague because Sriaurobindo himself contradicts. Neither you nor anybody knows who really I am. So what the biography will be written on what basis? Nobody knows the inner life of Sriaurobindo. To some extent, people go through his sonnets. There they get the glimpse, basic minimum glimpse. That's what they get. And with that, they claim that we have known a lot. Even in rags I am God, fallen I am divine. Because rarely Sriaurobindo uses the term I, and moreover I for him. Even in rags I am God, fallen I am divine. High I triumph when downtrodden, long I live when slain. High I triumph when downtrodden, long I live when I am slain. Great sonnet, great revelation. But thing is that are we really interested in knowing Sriaurobindo? That is the question. Has been put before us by the time. To my own observation, if somebody is rushing, swimming, and entering the fathomless depth of Savitri again and again, not only once, twice, or 10 times, 100 times, maybe crores of times into the magnificent depths of Savitri, he can be able to know what the Sriaurobindo is, who Sriaurobindo is, and simultaneously Mother. Or else, very difficult to know who really Sriaurobindo is. Sriaurobindo does not belong to the past nor to the history. Sriaurobindo is the future advancing towards the realization. Most of the time you will also claim, we also belong to the future. Because I am at 30 or 40 years old, I have got maybe another 50 years with me. So 50 years is a pretty big time and it is considered as a global future. So it is not the future, but it has been mentioned here by Mother of near future, near future or near present. The future, long after he is dead and gone. That was Chittaranjan Das, barrister Chittaranjan Das. He could be able to summarize Sriaurobindo. Long after he is dead and gone, he will be considered not only in the bars of the High Court, but in the bars of the history as the poet of patriotism, prophet of nationalism, lover of humanity. That time C.R. Das, Chittaranjan Das could be able to glimpse. That time Ravi Thakur could be able to glimpse Aurobindo, Ravindra, Gheno Namaskar. That time actually you can remember Sir MacDonald, Ramsay MacDonald, while the entire Senate and syndicate, entire thing was interested in busy with finding the clues, how they can be able to frame the charge so that Sriaurobindo will be convicted. That time, the then Prime Minister, Sir Ramsay MacDonald, argues, see, I have got one paper with me, the God's will. Is there anybody before me who has read this one? No. Then how can you claim? You read, take it and read it. Then you will be able to know what really Sriaurobindo is. How can you, without any evidence, how can you prove that he is a convicted? He has done so and so. Outwardly, superficially, you can't claim because he belongs to the future. Sriaurobindo is the future advancing towards realization. That future which is advancing towards realization, not the future after 10 years. Normally, as usual, it is going. So, Sriaurobindo is naturally future. He belongs to the future. He is future. Advancing towards a realization. Then Sriaurobindo has come to earth not to bring a teaching nor a creed in competition with the previous creeds or teachings. That's what normally did. The use of avatar, for it was a valid till that age they were representing. Suppose one consciousness was getting sunk down, some contradictions were there, some more progress was indeed needful, then actually another avatar came to rescue. But do you think Sriaurobindo is one of them? Mother says no. He is totally different. Sriaurobindo has come on earth, not that Deoghar or something, Calcutta or India, West Bengal. But Mother Course Sriaurobindo came on earth not to bring a teaching or a creed, in competition with the previous creeds and teachings, because they are invalid, obsolete. Sriaurobindo has not come here to compete with them or to proceed one step ahead, but to show the way to overpass the past, not to compete with the other creeds or compete with the previous creeds and teachings. But the purpose of his arrival is to overpass the past and to open concretely, overpass the past. Past still wants to survive, against which the future, there is a big battle. Because of make up us hero warriors, we aspire to him, aspire to become. The past still wants to remain, wishes, wills to remain. And there is a great battle between the past and the future. And in that battle, we may be worthy to fight for the future against the past that is gone, that is lost. So here, to overpass the past and to open concretely the route towards the imminent and inevitable future, that was the purpose for which Sriaurobindo has come on the earth, not to compete with the previous creeds or teachings, or even not to push himself little further, one or two steps ahead. But actually his purpose was totally different, to overpass the past and to open concretely the route towards the imminent and inevitable future. Then Mother Course, Sriaurobindo gives a very brief glimpse of his own works at present on earth, what he is here for, what he represents really, why is he here. Brief glimpse on his work at present on earth. His work is of divinizing the matter. Not that I want to create a society which will uplift the downtrodden. Nothing happens really. Even after 1947, around 77th year you are going to celebrate. People came for the upliftment of the downtrodden and all, to being a classless society, to being equality among all. How far it has been materialized? Do you feel it is truth? Do you feel it is a success? Do you feel we have done and accomplished a lot of things? They have made 11, I have made 12 or 13. That is what 12, 13 is, and 100 remains far, far, far ahead. That's what the work which he came to, his work came to accomplish of divinizing matter. That's what Mother Course, is he confined to his this era like 1872 to 1950? 1872 to 1950. Do you think Sriaurobindo is confined to this era? Not at all. In Savitri, you have read, he was here before the elements could emerge. Before the elements could emerge, he was here. Before there was thought of mind, there was light of mind. Their thought could be born. Before thought, before mental action, before elemental emergence, he was here. And here, Mother's quote, since the beginning of earth history, Sriaurobindo has already presided over the great earthly transformation. Presided, not only taking part, presided over the great earthly transformations under one form or another or one name or another. That's what Sriaurobindo categorically says. I was Vasudeva Krishna in my previous birth. And Vasudeva Krishna explains, Sambhavami Yuga Yuga. Just imagine where it has gone. And Mother Course, initially, before meeting even Sriaurobindo, when he was drawing, he told Sriaurobindo as a Krishna. Sriaurobindo has categorically explained, Mother is the mother of Krishna. Sriaurobindo, Mother has explained, great gods are my children. Even Krishna is also my child. Krishna is also my child. Savitri, in Savitri, Sriaurobindo quoted, Mother of all godheads and all strengths, mediatrix who binds earth to the Supreme. That is the relation between the trio, Sri Krishna, Sriaurobindo, and the Mother. We are yet to visualize, we are yet to analyze, we don't know where really we stand. Sriaurobindo has always presided over the great earthly transformations under one name or one form or another. You don't know exactly where he stands, or one name or another. Mother quotes beautifully, Sriaurobindo's teaching as one of among the spiritual teachings. This is a mistake to take. Essential mistake is there. People consider Sriaurobindo's teaching as one among the spiritual teachings, and the work done here now is one among the many aspects of the divine works. Don't consider that way. He is one of them. His teachings are similar. Nothing great. He is one of them. It is a confusion. To consider it is nothing but a mistake. You must understand that Sriaurobindo represents in the world's history is not a teaching, not even a revelation. It is a decisive action direct from the Supreme. That's what the Mother tried to quote. Already I have quoted, I have explained a little bit. That's what you must be able to know, understand and analyze. You know nothing, you read nothing, you analyze nothing, but you come think he was one of them. One among the previous precursors. You must understand. That's what Mother tries to emphasize. What Sriaurobindo represents in the world's history is not a teaching, not in a revelation. It is a decisive action direct from the Supreme. Supreme representative, he is here on the earth. Sacrificed his eternity, immortality, infinity. Here he is struggling. Here he is consented to mortality, accepted the littleness, finiteness, and eternity has been sacrificed for the upliftment of this struggling humanity. We have forgotten, we don't know. That's what. This is a decisive action direct from the Supreme, and I am just trying to fulfill that action. Another quotes. And I am just trying to fulfill that action. Lord, thou willst and I execute. Just imagine, he belongs to the future. We don't know. Anyway, we'll go for the second part in the next class. Thank you. That's all for now. Dhanyavad.